Hello friends, welcome back to Suricata Crafts. I'm Rebecca. Today I'm going to make my first video of 2023. I wasn't tagged officially. I had a few YouTube friends who said, if you haven't been tagged, consider yourself tagged. So I'm tagging myself because this is a great place to start getting back at making videos. So here goes. Spring Fling 2023. So I have my notes down here, my questions. So what do you like to do in the spring that you can't do at any other time? I love the maple syrup. I love the maple syrup harvest. I love the maple syrup harvest, especially when I'm home in New Brunswick, where there's a historical village called King's Landing, and you can go in March, the beginning of March, well, the middle of March, and help them harvest the maple syrup the traditional way, boil it down, enjoy all the maple syrup treats. They make pancakes, and you just drizzle them with fresh, runny, sweet maple syrup, and it's so delicious. It's the only time of year I like to eat pancakes. So maple syrup harvest is my favorite part about spring and my favorite thing to do in the spring. What is my favorite springtime flower? I love crocuses. I love seeing the bright colors. I also love trilliums, which is, I think, native to where we are here in Ontario. It's a white flower with 3 petals, and they grow in the forest. And we have, on the base that I live, we have Trillium Trail, and you can walk, and the flowers are among the first ones to show up, and you walk around the flowers. And my husband has a favorite flower, and the fact that he chose a favorite flower without being asked made me love this little flower too. So we call them Johnny Jump Ups, but technically it's a miniature wild pansy. And they're little tiny purple and yellow flowers that just pop up in the grass and bring me joy. They're just so sweet. And then my husband mows them, and yeah. So my favorite thing about spring is that there's no more snow. We live in a very snowy area. This year's been pretty good, but there's still a lot of snow. And my favorite thing about spring is I don't have to shovel. I don't have to clean off my car every morning. I don't have to scrape the windows. I don't have to leave the car running for 10 minutes just so I don't get frostbite when I sit on my chair. I just love that the cold goes away. What is the weather like in my area in spring? It's muddy. We have a lot of snow, and then the snow melts, and it makes mud, and it floods, and everything's messy and sloppy, but you get to use the last of the snow and the warm weather to go snow dyeing. I'm going to make a video to show you how I do it, but that's also one of my favorite things about spring is snow dyeing with the cold snow, warm weather, beautiful yarn. When do I start my garden if I have one? I dream one day of owning my own little place. It's going to be a sheep farm in New Brunswick, and I'm going to have a dye garden. I don't care about vegetables or fruits or flowers, really. If I can't dye with it, I'm not going to waste my time on it because I don't cook. So, a dye garden. But for now, I have no garden. I have a few plants in my office that I attempt to keep alive with mixed results. So it's probably better that I don't grow things. Do I celebrate Easter? Kind of. We eat chocolate and we like to have an excuse to make ham or turkey, usually ham. And if we're home with my parents, we go to church with them, but we don't really celebrate Easter. We used to do an Easter egg hunt for the boys. That didn't go very well because I have one critical thinker and one that'll find a handful of chocolate, sit down and eat it, and by the time he gets to find the rest, they're gone. Do I crochet or knit anything special for spring? This year I'm taking part in Amigurumi Wars 2023, and I've been making a lot of bunnies. Not for Easter, but just because they're adorable, and every pattern I find just happens to be a bunny, and I like it, and they're easy. So I have a couple different kinds of bunnies. Some turned out better than others. What is my favorite spring color? I'm not gonna pick a pastel color. I don't look good in pastels at all. I find myself more drawn to bright colors. So it just happens that two of my favorite spring flowers are purple and yellow. I love the combination of bright purple with bright yellow and then the green mixed in. And I find I can draw inspiration from it, and I dyed some yarn last weekend with these colors and I'm in love with the yarn. And so I guess in short, purple and yellow, not pastel. Do we spring clean? No, but this year we will, because we have company coming. And I'm very excited for this person to come and visit us. And my yarn and dyeing and spinning and weaving and knitting and crochet and collecting, along with my business things, are kind of taking over the house. So I need to consolidate those back into the one room they're designated in, mostly, and make room for our company. Do I go anywhere for spring break? We have nowhere. I've never really left Canada. We have crossed the border years ago to go to Maine from New Brunswick, but we don't go anywhere special. Sometimes we'll take a day trip or do a staycation, but not really. And this year, my oldest son, Lucas, has a job. So he'll be working over March break. I work over March break. My husband is working half of March break, and my other son will be home alone for March break. As he's turning 14, I'm not too worried. That is all of the questions. I am very ready for it to be spring and to see these flowers and for the birds to come back so I can listen to them. I don't really like birds, but I like to listen to them. I'm ready for the snow to be gone and for the grass to grow and the trees to get some leaves on them. And I'm ready for a fresh start. This video is my fresh start. I'm working on being confident in myself and what I do and what I love, and I'm gonna do it regardless of what people say. I'm going to focus on positive comments and ignore the negative comments, and it's like a spring resolution. So the last part of this video is I am supposed to tag 10 people. The thing is, I don't really know 10 people that haven't already made this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tag you. If you are waiting for someone to tag you, wishing someone would tag you, fingers crossed at the end of every one of these videos, wishing that somebody called your name, this one's for you. Make the video. If it's your first video, if it's your 100th video, I want to know what you like about spring. I want to know what it's like in your area. I want to hear what you like to do, where you like to go, your favorite flowers. I want to hear about you. So make that video, focus on the positive, and make sure you tag me in it so I can watch it. That's it for today. My name's Rebecca. This is Suricata Crafts, and thanks for coming along with me, and happy spring. Have a great day, happy crafting, and we'll see you soon.